Hey, it's time to dish with D. That's me. It is Friday Favorites. These are a few of my favorite things. Okay, I'm not gonna sing. Unless you want me to. No. Somebody requested my favorite crock-pot. Sad part about this is I don't use my crock-pot near as much as I should. So this might be crock-pot and Instant Pot. My favorite pot things. Ooh, I could be arrested for this one. I'm only teasing. Okay, so yeah, you never know. Maybe I do more in the crock-pot than I realize. I wish I did use my crock-pot more. I don't know why. I noticed my mother never used her crock-pot. I don't know if she even had a crock-pot. But so I didn't grow up with a lot of crock-pots. That could be why. But I love any kind of tough meat, like a chuck roast, and that is a cheap cut of meat. Let me tell you something. Paula Deen had a recipe. It was very simple for this chuck roast, and you put it in the crock pot with, I think it was a can of cream of, it was French onion or cream of something, I don't even remember, wine. It was pretty basic. I don't think it was very point heavy, because you could probably get the healthy request soup. And let me tell you, that chuck roast cooked all day, and that sucker was like butter. Like butter. They always say the cheaper the meat, the longer to cook it. The better the meat, the less you cook it. So that was I've made that a lot. My family adores that. I cook it, you can put it over like an egg noodle. It's fantastic. Chilies, love chilies in the crock pot. The taco chicken, yes please. I've been making that I think every week for the past month and a half. It's funny, at the Weight Watchers meeting, people always talk about, hey, did you make the crock pot taco chicken? I'm like, and I hear them talk about it, and I never, for some reason, never did it. Well, let me tell you something. That is the best thing since sliced bread. I've never tasted such tender chicken breasts in all of my life. And you just have chicken, salsa, can of Rinse and Drain black beans, and corn. And you use about 2 cups of salsa if you only use the small jar. Like, that's it. And taco seasoning. Like, seriously? That is it. And that chicken, after 5 hours on high, I can't tell you how tender it is. It is just, I'm telling you, I love my crock pot for, like I said, like a pork roasts. I mean, I do now, because being on WW, because my family's real big on pulled pork. My one son especially. We're the pulled pork people. We're pulled pork people. And I have pulled pork once a month. I mean, usually when he's home from school. And now I just use a pork loin instead of like the shoulder, because the shoulder and the butt has all that nice, delicious, umptious fat that we really shouldn't eat. But if you put a nice loin in there and slow cook it, it becomes less dry. I know. It does. It absorbs all whatever. Like a lot of times I'll choose like apple juice, or sometimes it's broth, but apple juice works. Apple cider works, and it's scrumptious, and it cooks, and it's just delicious, and it's very low in point. It really is. I mean, I'm not all about always having 0 point chicken. I have pork. We have pork a lot. It's the other white meat. Also, I do like the steel cut oats. You do that overnight. You put them in there, and they are really. See, I used to make them on the stove, and I always wondered, oh god, these are horrific. They never get tender. They're just, ugh, blah blah blah. I cannot do them. Yeah, because they need to be slow cooked. They come out beautiful, and you're like, and they're the best to eat because they're the least processed of your oats. So you're having, like, it's almost in its natural form, and it's like, wow. And they are really good. I highly recommend steel cut oats in the crock pot and in the Instant Pot. If you don't have time, you could do them in the Instant Pot for, of course, obviously, like a microscopic amount of time, and they are delicious. Absolutely. If you come away with at least trying steel cut oats, that is a win here. And let's see, crock pot, scoopable apple pie. Yeah, we all know about that. Hungry Girl scoopable apple pie. Oh my gosh. It is the bomb diggity. And it's 0 smart points. It's just fantastic. I love love it hot. I love it cold. Oh, it's just, it's all that in a bag of chips. If you haven't done it, go on Hungry Girl and look up her scoopable apple pie. You will thank me later, and you need to make it. And this is the time of year to have it. You could put that stuff in everything. I like this, like I say, I like it cold. I'm just weird like that. I like to put it on a graham cracker and eat it like a apple bruschetta. I mean, I put it in my overnight oats. I put it in my French toast in a mug. I put it, you can put it on ice cream. I put it in 2-ingredient dough and make, yes, a like hand pie, or like I've done dumplings where I've put it in there, made like a, Wendy always calls them, from WB Girl for Life, always called them bombs. You use like 2 points of dough and you make like a ball, and I'd stick it in there, and then I'd put some on top and serve it warm like a apple dumpling. That's like 2 sticking points, but it's fantastic. I mean, the things that you can do with some stuff is amazing. I never eat boring. I really don't. I eat fantastic food. I really do it. Like I said, check out my Instagram. You'll see my fantastic food. I never feel like I'm on a weight loss journey. I feel like I'm cheating the system. I do. What else in the crock pot? I know the Skinniest Dish has a marinara she makes in the crock pot. Mine is very similar, but I don't need to make it in a crock pot. I just make it on the stove. And you can never pay points for tomato sauce or pizza sauce. You can make your own for 0 points. If I could share that with you as well, because, you know, I like to throw a little carrot in mine, and it helps with the acidity and gives it this natural sweetness that I think tomatoes need. Because sometimes they're a little bit, I don't want to use the word bitter, but they can be a little bit bitey. But I throw some carrots in there, and if you don't like carrots, throw them in whole and just scoop them out. My family doesn't care, so I chop them up and we eat them. But I made it for our spaghetti dinner, our ravioli dinner at the ladies group, and they were like, what is this? This sauce is fantastic. I'm like, seriously? That's all I did. And it does. You will thank me again. Throw a little cut, it just does, and let it simmer in there, and it just will add something to your sauce. You could do that in the crock pot. I've never made soup in the crock pot. You know, like I said, don't do much in the crock pot. I really don't. I mean, there's a bazillion recipes. Hungry Girl has them. If you've never seen, you know, check out her website, check out her books. She has fantastic recipes. Instant Pot. Let's move over to Instant Pot. I don't get stagnant here with the crock pot. I love making my own yogurt. Oh, yes. If you've never done it, please, I highly recommend it. It's very simple. I do the cold start method. I think there's 2 different methods, but Joan of Joan's Point of Plate told me to do the cold start. It's the easiest. You have to get the Fairlife milk. It's a special filtered milk, I think, that you have to use. And I get the fat-free, and you need 2 tablespoons, I think, of regular non-fat Greek yogurt. It's like a starter. So you mix that in with your milk, and you hit the yogurt button. On mine, I have a yogurt button. It's 8 hours, it incubates, and then you drain it because there's whey in there because it separates. Yes, I drain mine extra because I like it thick like stinking cream cheese. Yes, that's how thick it gets, and it is fantastic. You could put vanilla or vanilla beans if you like the vanilla. I personally like it plain, and I like to add my vanilla extract if I'm going to have vanilla, because I like to use it for everything, and it's the best plain yogurt you'll ever put around your mouth, or in your mouth, actually, not around. It's fantastic. You'll be like, oh my God, Dishwithy, how do we live without this? I don't know how I've ever lived without this. It is absolutely easy, absolutely fantastic. Like I said, I love making oatmeal in the Instant Pot. Rice. Dear Lord, you can make rice in 15 stinging minutes. Because anyway, as you know, I'm a little bit of a hot mess in the kitchen. I'm a little bit scattered. I'm a little bit not, organized enough. But with the Instant Pot, you don't have to be organized, because, oh my God, I can make rice in 15 minutes. And it's the best rice I've ever made. I have a rice cooker. Doesn't make it as good as it does in the Instant Pot. It makes it like, because it just, the pressure makes it like the Chinese restaurants. It almost comes slightly sticky. It's fantastic. My son thinks I'm a rock star. Yeah. And know what else I do now in the Instant Pot? I get dried beans, like, get them in the bags, and oh my God. It's because it's so gosh darn cheap. But they make them, they're tender in like, what, 35 minutes you have cooked beans. There's a black bean one that I made. I think I got off Amanda Cypher, but she got it from somewhere else. It's fantastic. Fantastic. So beans. Oh yes. I'm telling you, and it takes very little effort and very little work. I'm all for that. Because you know what? We need to free up our time. We got other things we need to do. So yes, beans, rice, oatmeal, yogurt, hard-boiled eggs. Hi. I can't tell you. 5-5-5 method, perfect every time. They peel like a stinking dream. I just can't say enough good things about that. Chicken breast I put in there for about 10 to 12 minutes. Some people say it's stringy. Yeah, I guess you could say it's a little bit stringy, but it doesn't bother me. Most times I'm using it for chicken salad or because I need the chicken like yesterday. So yeah, that's why I'm doing it in there. But most times I like to put my chicken in the oven if I have the time, but you don't know. I never have the time. So yes, I do my chicken. What else do I do in the Instant Pot? The beans, the rice are the major things that I do. And the eggs, I think. I made a chili in there with a friend of mine sent me I guess it was a vegan chili recipe because it was with lentils. Again, it falls in that bean category. Fantastic. In fact, I should make that again. That was really, really good. That was outstanding. So, a lot of things. Like I said, a lot of people are afraid. I was one of them when I first got my Instant Pot. And you don't have to get the biggest one. See, I messed up because I didn't get the big, well, I shouldn't say that. When the air fryers were out, I got my air fryer a long time ago, and I got the biggest that they had, which was like 3.5 quarts. Of course, now they have them bigger. And I always recommend for an air fryer, you do need the biggest one you can get your hands on, because, yeah. And so I assumed when I got my Instant Pot last year that I want the biggest, because I was disappointed not having the biggest air fryer. Well, no, you don't need the biggest Instant Pot. No. Yeah, I have the biggest one. I don't think it's an 8 quarts. It's really big. So yeah, you can get the mid-sized one, even a small one probably would be fine. But I thought I was going with this because I was like, all about the size matters, people, but it doesn't. I forgot I was going with this. Something about my Instant Pot. I don't remember. But yes, I definitely. And now even with the air fryer, because I at the time not realizing the air fryers are nothing more than a convection oven, and my oven has a convection setting, so I rarely even use my small air fryer anyway because I just throw everything in my oven with the convection setting, and it's the same thing. So if you didn't know that, I read that somewhere, and it is true. That's what a convection oven is. It has the fan. It's just the air fryers are just smaller. And sometimes I bring my little air fryer out if I don't want to heat the kitchen up or I have something small. But if I'm making bagels, they're not going to fit my air fryer. Making French fries, not going to fit my air fryer. Small things will, but not big things. So, anything else I make in my Instant Pot regularly? I don't know if I do any. You do this, different recipes that you find. I don't like to cook in it. Like, there's some people that, saute in there. I'm not sauteing in my Instant Pot. No. I'll saute on my stove. Yeah, not doing that. First of all, it's a pain in the neck to clean when things stick to the bottom. But yeah, no, I'm more for steaming and pressure cooking. If I'm going to saute, I'll just saute on the stove. I love sauteing on the stove. And I love those cast iron pans that are covered in enamel. They cook so much nice. So much nice. They cook so even. It's ridiculous. It is truly ridiculous. Yeah, that's why I use the mini little ceramic loaf pans. My little loaves come out fantastic. I don't know anything else that I could recommend of my favorites in the Instant Pot. But yeah, check out Hungry Girl. She has a crap ton of recipes in the Instant. In fact, I think they have chapters in her new book, Simply 6. It's just Instant Pot and air fryer. So, and probably Crock-pot. Yeah, why am I talking air fryer? I'm not talking air fryer. I'm talking Crock-pot and Instant Pot. The pot series. Pot favorites. Yes, pot favorites. I love having a crock pot. I just think that, some people just use it to heat up, which is fine if you're having a party. It's always good to keep it warm on the, in fact, there is, I think Sandy from Let's Get Fit with Sandy made a dessert in her crock pot. It was some kind of a scoopable kind of cake. I did want to make that, and I had forgotten about that. So now that I think about it, check that out too. Other than that, I am here at work. So I hope you enjoyed Friday favorites. Those are a few of my favorite things. Don't forget, tomorrow is weigh-in Saturday. Will Dish with Dee make her goal? I am a little hesitant to say I am. Yeah, because 2.6 pounds is a lot for me to lose, and I really don't think I did that. But one never knows. We still have today yet, and I haven't pooped. So you never know what's going to come out of this bottle. But yep. So tune in tomorrow to see my weigh-in, and we'll talk about the meeting. And if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Leave your comments in the comment section about what you think. What are your favorite things? Let me know what you think of the Instant Pot and air fryer. No, Crock-pot and Instant Pot. What are your favorite Crock-pot and Instant Pot favorites? Leave them in the comment section below. Maybe I missed a few. I probably did, because sometimes as you know, I'm a bit scattered. But you guys love me anyway. Thank you. And I love when I talk about myself in the third person. I don't know why I do that. I just do that because I don't know. I'm weird like that. But have a fantastic rest of your day, or whenever you get to see this, and fantastic night. And I can't wait to see you tomorrow. I can't wait to see what happens on the scale. I'm a little bit excited. I don't think it's going to happen. So I know I lost. I'm going to have a loss. Definitely have a loss. Will it be 2.6? It may be close, but I don't think it's going to be 2.6. That's a lot. But hey, you never know. Take care and have a fantastic evening.